Good evening, good evening, good evening. This is Marie Holiday, and today is Thursday, October the 22nd, 2020. And I hope everybody had a fabulous day today. And before we get started with today's topic, I want to just thank my viewers and my subscribers for following and supporting my channel. And if you have not subscribed, please do so. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and notification button so you can be notified as I upload videos. So with that being said, let's get down with today's topic. The focus of this topic is I'm going to talk about 10 negative effects of problem gambling. I'm going to talk about 10 negative effects of problem gambling. But I just want to remind everybody, I uploaded a video yesterday, and the focus of that video is I talked about 9 indicators of gambling addiction. 9 indicators of gambling addiction. Please check out that video. I'm gonna do a few video uploads centering around this topic. But before I get started, I want to describe real quick to the audience on what do I mean by gambling or addiction or a gambling disorder. First of all, gambling addiction or a gambling disorder is defined as a persistent and recurring problematic gambling behavior that has caused distress and impairs your overall livelihood. Gambling can impact a person's social life, financial life, relationship, academic life. It can affect your entire livelihood. According to research, a gambling addiction tends to affect males more than females, though there is a gender gap over recent years. This gender gap has narrowed. Gambling disorder is a behavioral addiction that can be effectively treated by using a wide range of cognitive behavior therapy, individual counseling, gambling anonymous groups, and etc. In another video upload that I'm going to do in the near future, I'm going to go more into depth and breadth in terms of talking about the different types of treatment for gambling addiction. So with that being said, now let's talk about these 10 negative effects of problem gambling can have on a person. Number 1, it can create financial problems, including high debt, poverty, bankruptcy, because as the person with the gambling addiction begins to feed their addiction with ongoing gambling and gambling and gambling, winning money, losing money, winning money, losing more money, it will have an impact on their financial livelihood. They're now getting deeper in debt, high debt, astronomical debt. Sometimes they lose everything they have, the car, the home, the relationships, jobs, they lose it all. So that's one negative effect of problem gambling. Number 2, problem gambling can also create issues such as domestic violence and child abuse in families, because the gambling addict, because they become so mentally obsessed with that gambling, and it creates all kind of destruction in their lives, relationship problems, arguments over money. Where's the money going? Why are we in all this debt? In the end result, that those verbal conflicts can begin to escalate to domestic violence. Number 3, the problem gambler, because of their concealing their gambling addiction, creating all of this debt, it can lead to suicide thoughts, attempts, or acts of suicide. They're trying to chase the loss. They're trying to recoup the money. Now the debts are getting so astronomical. Now they're losing sleep. It's creating anxiety, depression, and it can progress up to suicidal thoughts. Number four, of course, it can create legal problems, including arrests for theft or prostitution. A lot of times, some people get so deep in their debts because of their gambling, they begin to resort to extreme measures like selling a body to make money, stealing to make money, and sometimes they'll steal from their employer, and eventually it can create legal problems. Number five, another negative effect of that problem gambling can lead to is behavior problems in children of problem gamblers. So these problem gamblers, children are very smart. They're watching this behavior. They're watching what's going on in the home. They're listening to the arguments with the parents. They're observing why is the lights getting cut off. They're observing why we ain't got no food. They're observing why is this eviction notice on the door. So another negative effect of problem gambling can include behavior problems in the children of the problem gambler. Number six, another negative effect a problem gambling can have is it can create depression, anxiety, and other mental health disorders, because now the person is becoming anxious because of the debt that's mounting up, their anxiety, depression, they're losing sleep because the gambling addiction has gotten so severe that they are trying to do everything they can to conceal this problem, and because of that, it's creating depression, anxiety, and other mental disorders. Number seven, another negative effect of problem gambling can include the obvious loss of relationships with friends and family. You know, it can destroy a marriage, or if you're in a committed relationship, it can destroy that relationship with the significant other, with friends, with other family members, because that gambling addiction now has gotten so out of control that it's beginning to have an impact on the wife or the husband or the kids or important people in your life. Number eight, negative effect of problem gambling can include a decline in performance at work or school, because the person now is so mentally obsessed with chasing the losses, worrying about trying to get more money in order to gamble. So now they are becoming so obsessed and focused on everything centered around their gambling addiction, is now going to cause a decline in the essential performance of their job, on the job, at work, or at school. And many people have lost their jobs behind this, or been expelled from school because they can't maintain the GPA, etc. Another negative effect of problem gambling can also include if the person don't get some kind of help, professional help, from a counselor, a therapist, or a doctor, or call a 1-800 number where they have these gambling anonymous support groups in every city. Another negative effect of problem gambling can ultimately lead to suicide and death, because now the person's life is spun completely out of control. And another, number 10, the 10th negative effect of problem gambling can also include a risk for drug or alcohol abuse. You know, gambling addiction, and in most cases, people who have gambling addictions, and on the flip side, they also going to be partaking in drugs and alcohol, and that can get out of control. So again, the 10 negative effects of problem gambling include: number one, financial problems, including high debt, poverty, or bankruptcy. Number two, domestic violence and child abuse within the families. Number three, suicidal thoughts, attempts, or acts of suicide. Number four, legal problems, including arrests for theft or prostitution. Number five, behavior problems in children of problem gamblers. Number six, depression, anxiety, or other mental health related problems. Number seven, loss of relationship with friends and families, significant other. Number nine, decline, and we see this a lot, decline in job performance, work, or school. Number nine, suicide and death, and number 10, a risk for drug and alcohol abuse. So these are 10 negative effects of problem gambling. And also, I want to put emphasis on, of course, the financial destruction. So there's help out there for people who have a gambling addiction. You know, like I stated, they treat people with gambling addiction with cognitive behavior therapy, support groups, individual counseling, etc. They have 1-800 numbers out there where a person can call to get some help. So please, if you are in this situation, reach out, get support, get help so you can turn your situation around. And as I stated, as I move forward and talk about more and added on to talking about my these topics center around gambling addiction, the next topic I'm going to prepare the group for is I'm going to go a little bit more in detail and depth and breadth and talking about and share with the audience what exactly is drug addiction, or drug or alcohol abuse, or drug abuse. I'm going to elaborate and explain specifically what that is and talk about treatment for that. I'm going to go talk a little bit more in depth and breadth about the different types of treatment for gambling addiction, just to get our audience a little bit more insight on these upcoming videos. So with that being said, I hope you got something out of this. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Simplify. And I will see you all again next time. And do not forget to hit that subscribe button, hit that notification button. We're in this together. We got to support each other. My focus of everything I talk about ties into not just the financial freedom, but I'm also talking about those other areas in our life that can have an impact on our financial freedom. So have a good evening.